Oprah Winfrey is facing furious backlash for saying that she hopes that burying the dead will allow Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to make peace with the rest of the royal family. Oprah's comments come just 18 months after her bombshell TV interview with the Sussexes, during which they made several damaging and upsetting allegations against the royals, including that one unnamed family member made racist comments about their unborn son Archie's skin. Many believe that the interview added to the already tense relationship between Harry and the rest of his family, including his brother Prince William.
Government buildings is as if someone wants to erase
celebrating 25 years of BET.
These jokers started showing up. I was like, no, you were here first. You can have it.
We were desperate to find someone, desperate to be somewhere for, a long
settle.
To settle. We had 13 suitcases.
Yep.
I remember. You said stay as long as you need to.
Yeah.
And we're like,
in the heart of Hollywood, a storm is brewing around Meghan Markle, and trust me, it's the kind of drama that makes royal scandals look like child's play. This time, it's not just about tiaras or tabloids. It's about the fallout with two of the biggest names in entertainment, Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. These were the very people who once extended a lifeline to Meghan when the world turned its back on her, and now they're reportedly walking away, and not quietly. Let's rewind for a moment. Remember when Meghan and Harry stepped back from royal duties, seeking financial independence and a life free from the constraints of the monarchy? Initially, it seemed like a fresh start. Oprah gave Meghan the interview of the decade, a tell-all that sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace. Tyler Perry opened the doors of his lavish mansion, providing them shelter and security as they navigated the chaos of royal life.
the first 6 weeks that we were here, we were able to walk around like this.
Yeah.
And the two of us would be up here, Archie sort of like with our hand, walking along here, the dogs running around.
You hadn't seen the house, just video of it.
We only saw you filming from the gate up to your door and seeing the big fountain there. We're like, that'll do.
What if I had horrible taste and had big round beds, stripper poles and everything?
It wouldn't have mattered. We were desperate to find someone, desperate to be somewhere for, a long to settle. We had 13 suitcases.
Yep.
I remember. You said stay as long as you need to. And we're like,
But fast forward to mid-2025, and the atmosphere has shifted dramatically. The tension began to simmer when Meghan reportedly took at least 6 public jabs at the royal family by June alone. She embarked on a press tour, subtly blaming her struggles on the crown, claiming she had to dim her light and hide her creativity. Her new lifestyle brand was supposed to be a beacon of her passions, cooking, gardening, and modern hosting. But instead, it became a platform for her grievances. The real explosion, however, came during the 2025 BET Awards. What was meant to be a heartfelt tribute turned into a shocking revelation when Tyler Perry took the stage. With a cool demeanor and a deadpan expression, he dropped a bombshell. Some debts take longer to repay than others. The audience gasped, and the camera cut to Meghan, her face frozen in a tight smile, as whispers of her financial ties to Perry erupted into headlines. Insiders hinted at 6-figure debts, and suddenly, the narrative of Meghan's independence was in jeopardy. But the shock didn't end there. Oprah, who once rolled out the red carpet for Meghan, went completely silent. No tweets, no quotes, not even a cryptic Instagram post. Her team reportedly cut all communication, leaving Meghan in a chilling void. For someone like Oprah, whose words can sway public opinion, that silence spoke volumes. It wasn't just a withdrawal, it was a freeze-out, and in Hollywood, that kind of isolation can be deadly. As the dust settled, it became clear Meghan's circle of support was shrinking, and she might be the one pulling the thread. What happens next? Is this just a bump in the road, or the beginning of Meghan's unraveling in Hollywood? Stay tuned, because the full story of this unfolding drama is just getting started. As the fallout deepens, the tension surrounding Meghan Markle escalates. The whispers of discontent grow louder, and the public begins to scrutinize her every move. Meghan, who once basked in the glow of Hollywood's elite, now finds herself at the center of a storm she seemingly cannot control. The narrative shifts from one of empowerment to one of isolation, and the stakes have never been higher. In the weeks following Tyler Perry's shocking remarks, Meghan's public persona takes a hit. She continues to make headlines, but not for the reasons she hoped. Her attempts to subtly criticize the royal family become increasingly overt, as she claims that her struggles stem from being stifled by the crown. The narrative of a woman fighting for her voice is overshadowed by the growing perception of a diva who can't handle the heat. The media, once enamored with her story, begins to turn. Reports surface about Meghan's alleged behavior during her time in the palace, accusations of bullying staff, being controlling, and creating a toxic work environment. Former aides come forward, painting a picture of chaos behind the polished Instagram posts. The palace even launches an investigation, a rare move that sends shockwaves through the royal establishment. Meanwhile, the silence from Oprah is deafening. Meghan's PR team makes desperate attempts to reach out, seeking a comment or a sign of support, but the response is nothing but crickets. The same woman who once stood by her side now seems to have vanished, leaving Meghan to fend for herself in a world that thrives on alliances and loyalty. As the public narrative shifts, Meghan's past begins to haunt her. Flashbacks reveal her rise to fame as an actress on the hit show Suits, where she built a brand long before meeting Prince Harry. Her lifestyle blog, The Tig, showcased her ambition and creativity, but now those qualities are overshadowed by the chaos of her royal exit. The fairy tale image of an American actress marrying a prince is unraveling, and the world watches as the cracks deepen. The tipping point comes when Meghan's Netflix projects fail to deliver. The much-anticipated docuseries is met with lukewarm reviews, and her Spotify podcast fizzles out after just one season. Critics question her professionalism, pointing to trademark issues and a lack of direction. What was once seen as a bold new chapter now feels like a series of missteps, and the public begins to lose faith in her ability to navigate this new landscape. In the midst of this turmoil, Meghan's relationship with Harry is put to the test. The couple, who once seemed united against the world, now faces the harsh reality of their choices. With no allies rushing to defend her, Meghan is left to confront the consequences of her actions alone. The narrative of a strong, independent woman begins to fade, replaced by the image of someone struggling to maintain control in a rapidly changing environment. Now, the question looms: can Meghan reclaim her narrative, or has she lost the battle for public perception? The walls are closing in, and the stakes have never been higher. The tension reaches a boiling point as Meghan Markle finds herself at a crossroads. With her once loyal allies, Oprah and Tyler, now seemingly distant, the reality of her situation becomes painfully clear. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood are fading, and the support she once took for granted has evaporated. In a world where perception is everything, Meghan is left grappling with the consequences of her choices. As public scrutiny intensifies, Meghan's carefully curated image begins to crumble. The whispers of her past behavior, the allegations of bullying, and the financial drama surrounding her relationship with Tyler Perry create a perfect storm. The media, which once celebrated her as a beacon of modern royalty, now portrays her as a cautionary tale, a woman whose ambition has led to her downfall. The narrative of empowerment Meghan sought to create is overshadowed by a series of missteps and contradictions. The comparisons to Catherine, Princess of Wales, become unavoidable. While Catherine navigated her royal duties with grace and resilience, Meghan's journey is marked by chaos and controversy. As the dust settles, Meghan faces a harsh reality. Without credibility, loyalty, and protection, she is vulnerable in an industry that thrives on alliances. The silence from Oprah and the fallout with Tyler Perry serve as stark reminders that in Hollywood, being left in the dark can be a death sentence. The very foundation of her brand is shaken, and the fairy tale she once lived is now a distant memory. With her public image in tatters, Meghan must confront the question of whether she can rebuild her narrative. The stakes are high, and the path forward is fraught with challenges. The world watches as she navigates this tumultuous landscape, wondering if she has the strength to reclaim her story, or if she will be forever defined by her missteps. I wonder what Meghan herself thinks about her journey so far. Maybe in a moment of reflection, she realizes that her brand, built on the fairy tale of marrying a prince, lacks the substance to withstand the scrutiny of the public eye? Or is she simply contemplating yet another lackluster PR campaign? I mean, she has to understand eventually, right? Sound off in the comments below and subscribe while you're there.